Hello, hello, happy Monday to everybody. And if you're watching this on Tuesday, happy Tuesday. This is the show or video series where I tell you about 3 finance stories you need to know about because it might impact your overall trading for the day or give you something to talk about with your coworkers. So first up, we're going to be talking about a computer program that is firing people, Beachbody going public via a SPAC, which is interesting, and a Facebook antitrust ruling that was just passed by the courts, which has paved the way for it to hit $1 trillion market cap. Now, let's get right into this. We're going to start off with Fired by a Bot. I'm going to read along this article, give you guys some thoughts, and explain why this really is a interesting story. So it goes into talking about how this guy is, a 63-year-old Army veteran. He's been working for Amazon Flex, and that's where you can go to a place and you pick up a bunch of packages, and then you start driving off, and you set your own hours, etc. So he was recently fired by a email. Wow. That they claim was done by an algorithm. Apparently, he's saying that Amazon punished him for things that were outside of his control, like locked apartment complexes, etc. And while those could be at hand, we don't actually know that is the factor that caused him to be terminated. Now, let's keep going down. We're going to skip over some of this other stuff that just talks about his background, etc. Machines are often the boss, hiring, rating, firing millions of people with little or no human oversight. Amazon became the world's largest retailer in part by outsourcing its sprawling operations to algorithms, sets of computer instructions designed to solve specific problems. Okay, great. Yep, got it. We all know this already. People familiar with the strategy say CEO Jeff Bezos believes machines make decisions more quickly and accurately than people. Okay. Machines can make decisions based on the parameters that are set forth to those machines, which are being set by people. So people are creating the standard that the drivers are being held to, and that algorithm apparently is looking at those parameters and saying, okay, maybe it's, the bottom 10% of people are let go every month, or they don't renew those contracts with certain, or not contracts, they end the 1099 if there's a certain amount of missed deliveries or issues with those deliveries. So keep going down, they're earning about $25 an hour. Flex drivers discover algorithms are monitoring their every move. I mean, what would you expect? Of course, they're going to monitor everything through their app. They receive automated emails. They have ratings, fantastic, great, fair, at risk. Amazon knew delegating work to machines would lead to mistakes and damaging headlines, these former managers said, but decided it was cheaper to trust the algorithms than pay people to investigate mistaken firing, so long as the drivers could be replaced easily. Okay, that's not cool. That's really not cool. In fact, I'd probably say that's pretty mean, but I think this is a tough one, guys. Amazon is a huge company. Every company is huge, and at some point you have to utilize technology to look at your workforce, identify what's going on. Do I think that a computer sending an email is the right way to terminate somebody? Probably not. Personally, I would hope that that's done face-to-face. I think that's the ethical way of doing it. However, you have to ask yourself, is it really a firing like a full-time salaried employee when anybody with a cell phone can hop on, say, oh yeah, I'll make $40 today, and they get a thing saying, you know what, we're deactivating, we don't need your services anymore. It's kind of like Uber. Uber doesn't personally call up drivers and tell them, hey, you're not allowed on the app anymore. So I think there's kind of some misdirection towards Amazon with this one, because really ultimately flex drivers It's like working for Uber Eats, and I've done Uber Eats stuff on the weekends at night to make some extra money. And I wouldn't say that I would expect a phone call or an in-person meeting to tell me that I'm no longer going to work for them. A little bit different in this case because some of these are acting like full-time employees, but it's very interesting. All right, let's go on to Beachbody. Beachbody goes public via a SPAC. Shares open at $13.15. They were priced at $12. Interesting. I don't know if you guys watched the stock today, but they were doing that all day, up and down, up and down. Has a market cap of about $480 million. Not bad, not bad. Here's what I like. The numbers that I really enjoy combined. What is going on with Fox Business? I'm trying to switch up my sources so I give everybody a fair chance. Nobody can accuse me of being biased. All right. Combined results for Beachbody and Minx, MYX, show total revenue rose 43% year over year to $243 million. That's pretty good. Here's the number I like. I love subscribers, so it has this kind of like Peloton. Forewarning, I am an investor in Peloton. Company has 3.2 million subscribers and a 95.8% retention rate. That's great. They're making money on those subscribers every month, and they're keeping them. They're getting them to stay with their program, and booyah, baby, they're doing really good. So Beachbody might be an option to look at. Like I always say, this is my own personal opinion. I'm not telling you to invest in anything. And if you are going to invest in something, please do your own research. All right, last up is the monopoly case against Facebook. This is why everybody was focused on this. Facebook is a monopoly. They're a monopoly. They're evil. I hate to tell you guys this. When I first heard about this case going towards them from the FTC, an antitrust complaint, I kind of said, Facebook really is not a monopoly. And I don't see the reasoning for an antitrust case. Yeah, they own Instagram. Yeah, they own WhatsApp. Yeah, they own Facebook, obviously. But there is TikTok for their videos. There is Parler. I hate to say that one, but there is Parler out there. There is Snapchat. There's all these other social media platforms out there, and I find it very hard to believe that you could prove that there's a monopoly. All right, let's read this one because this is from the judge themselves. This is what I believe tells you everything you need to know. The complaint is undoubtedly light on specific factual allegations regarding consumer switching preferences. These allegations, which do not even provide an estimated actual figure or range for Facebook's market share for any point over the past 10 years, ultimately fall short of plausibly establishing that Facebook holds market power. The FTC's complaint says almost nothing concrete on the key question of how much power Facebook actually had and still has in a properly defined antitrust product market. It is almost as if the agency expects the court to simply nod to the conventional wisdom that Facebook is a monopolist. And no matter how much you hate Facebook, you can't argue with that. Facebook is not a monopoly. There are plenty of choices out there. You may hate Facebook, so be it. That's great. Unfortunately, you can't say they're a monopoly because at the end of the day, they're not. Now, this is all my own opinion. Now, and look, don't invest in them. Invest in them. Do whatever you want. Facebook is now a $1 trillion company. They've gone up by 4% after this ruling. Great for them. I think Facebook is going to keep on growing, and I think they're going to be pretty big for the years to come. And remember, this is my own opinion. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Appreciate you guys.